Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, so I was made aware of these Govee lights. You've probably heard of them. You can see them all over the interwebs. But they're an outdoor permanent light that you can put up, so you're not putting up lights every year. And they have the Eve lights, which a lot of people get to put under their eaves. The Govee permanent outdoor Eve lights, and I'm going to put those up too. But I decided that I wanted to get the curtain lights, which you can put up indoor, outdoor, over your windows or on your garage. I decided to put them on my garage. This is what they look like, the box. I'm not going to do the unboxing because, you know, you could see that all over the place. You could look up a lot of videos. But what I've noticed is there's not a lot of videos out there that go into really intricate detail on how to install these on your garage doors, these curtain lights. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get going. So I decided to get this J-channel stuff from Home Depot to install these curtain lights on. Now it's 1/2" by 10-foot J-channel, and it's made for drywall, made for putting on the edge of drywall to kind of finish it out in homes. But it works, the little blocks fit perfectly in these. What I've been doing is cutting the little glue strips that came down just slightly so they'll fit in the J-channel, and I stick them in there and stick these on, and then I'm going to stick this on the garage. What I bought to actually attach these to the garage door, these J-channels, after I get these all in here, is some Velcro, like Scotch outdoor Velcro, which I'll get. It's right over here. Hold on. This is the stuff that I got. It's a 48-inch roll of it that I cut into 2-inch strips, which are right here. I cut these into 2-inch strips, and I'm going to put, I think, 4 of them on each strip, and each strip is about 5 feet exactly to go along my garage door. So I'll show you how I put one of these on. Okay, so here's the little strips that come with it, and they don't fit in the 1/2-inch channel, so I cut them right to the right of that little tab. Cut that part off, and then I start the strip, because if you don't start it when you get it in there, it'll be impossible to grab it. So I start the strip, and even if the little peel off goes back down, it's no big deal. So then what you do is you kind of line it up here. You can eyeball it, you know, no big deal. You kind of line it up here, see where it's going to be, where the next one is going to be, and then you just stick the tape down in there. Put it in there with your fingers, and what I do is I grab a little pair of needle nose, and I grab that little tab, and I'll show you. So you can see that little tab down in there. Got my thumb right there, and you're pulling that tab off. There you go, got it off. Then just go ahead and put the light string thing in there. And then move on to the next one. Okay, so I put the little Velcro strips on the back of these. I put them every 20 inches, and they're 4-inch strips. And I'm going to peel the backs off, and I'm going to stick it up on here in the garage. So I'm installing these cables, and the trick is that you want it to have enough slack to open and close properly, but you don't want to give it too much more slack than it needs, because all that slack will be hanging down into your garage on top of your cars if you pull in, whatever. So what I did to experiment, that tape is not permanent, guys. What I did to experiment is I just taped up the wires in various places, just so they would stay up. But the tape is so that if there wasn't enough slack when I was experimenting, that it would just come off. The tape would just peel right off, and it wouldn't rip the wires in half. And I kept taking away a little bit more slack and a little bit more slack, and changing position of the tape until it was what I wanted. And now you can see not too much slack, and they're up. So I'll show you this really quick from the ladder, show it the up and down motion, and then after that I'm going to put them up. I'm going to permanently install them and take the tape off. You can see they're hanging down a little bit. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I used to permanently mount after I took the tape off. So I used like a combination of the cable tack that you can pound in with a hammer, and also these little looped cable mount things that you screw in and run the cable through. Just to show you where I plug this in, there's a little push button for the control unit for this single curtain light. There's 3 of them, but I'm just showing you one. Here's a button for another one that I ran over, and they all go to this kind of monstrosity here. This is the plug strip I used, and I made a little shelf here for it. And there's a plug down there. That's not the plug it's plugged into, actually. It's plugged into this extension cord that runs down the wall to another plug. But, you know, you can just see what I did. It's not pretty, but it works. And it's going to be up there just permanently as long as these things stay working. So you saw the first plug button over there, second button there, and then the third button is right there. So what a lot of people have a concern about is the wind blowing these strands and getting them all wound up like you see those 2 are. You know, there's several different methods that people are using to fix that issue, and I just found my own because I couldn't find a lot of the things that people had used online. But I got Wiremold from Home Depot, and here's one section that I already did. I think you can see it down here. Works really well. You can move it a little bit here. Yeah, it works really well. And here's what I got. Five-inch cord channel, cordmate. Got it at Home Depot. It was pretty inexpensive, and I just got 3 5-foot sections of these. So I'll show you in a second exactly how I put them in there. You have to take the first section here, or the next section, the first light of the next section, slip it into this wire mold and push it all the way to one side, and then just keep going. Okay, so I'm done getting this wire mold on. That's the stuff I'm using as stabilizers for the bottom of these wires, so they don't, you know, blow around in the wind as much. As you can see, they're still blowing in the wind right now, but they're not going to get twisted up like they used to. Now I had to clip off, you know, you can see kind of that ugly end there. I had to clip, these are in 3 sections, and I had to clip them a little bit because they were long and overlapping. But if you do that, be careful that you don't, you know, especially if the wires are already in it, make sure that you don't clip, you know, the light wires. That would be bad. So just be careful. Now, again, there's a couple of things that this wire mold is built to do that you will not be doing. One is that you will not be clamping this shut. This little, obviously, this is meant to be clamped shut. You're not going to do that. What that is a little raceway to get the wires in for us. Another thing is wire mold is meant to, there's a little sticky tape back here, double-sided tape. It's meant to be stuck to a wall. Do not stick these to your garage door. Leave them free, because if you when this garage door goes up, it requires about, these wires will move up about 3 or 4 inches just due to geometry because of the way the door folds when it opens up. So if you do that, you're going to rip all your wires out. So do not stick them to the door. Hello everybody. Hey, I just wanted to show you how this was working out with the lights. This actually been about 6 weeks since I put them up, and I just haven't gotten around to filming this, but we've had them up for 6 weeks, and we open and close the garage door at least 2 or 3 times a day, and it's been fine. No problems at all. And I just wanted to show you them at night, see what they look like. You can see here's the controller for the lights. There's one for each curtain line, as you know, so there's 3 of them up here. You don't rub on the garage frame at all, they're fine. Happy Halloween, Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a good holiday, and see you next time.